Hello, hello, welcome back to another Foundation Friday. We got the laundry going. Lena's downstairs talking on the phone. We've got like lots of stuff going on right now. But I'm back with another foundation review. I figured I have kind of a bit of a busy day today that I would try a new foundation for you and wear test it and bring you along for my day. So today's foundation is going to be this one from Tarte. It is the Hydroflex Serum Foundation. I have it in two different shades, 32N and 25N. We're going to see which one matches me the best, and we're going to try it, wear test it for the day, and I'm going to bring you along. So let's jump into it. Okay, so right off the bat, this foundation reminds me of the Fenty foundation, this one. So this foundation, packaging wise, reminds me of the Fenty, and I also think this is kind of like a serum foundation too, I think. So we're gonna see. I love this one. This one is not as watery as this one sounds. But I've been loving foundations like these lately, kind of like this light to medium coverage foundation that has a little bit of like a buildable capacity to it. Okay, so let's see how... Okay, definitely a more watery light coverage foundation for sure. And I'm just realizing that I can't put this foundation down because it's not flat. Here is 25N. I'm gonna say that that's probably gonna be a good shade. And here is the next shade, which is 32N. So 25N, 32N, we're definitely gonna go with the 25N for sure. And the name of this one is Light Neutral. Light medium neutral. And usually in Tarte products, I usually go for light medium neutral in a lot of different things like the Shape Tape Concealer, any of the foundations. So during the winter time, usually I am light medium neutral. I'm gonna apply it with a dense foundation brush. You can see like the foundation kind of sinks in, but I don't know, I'm just like, I really like to apply with brushes first. And then if I need to blend it out with a beauty blender or create more coverage, I will. Okay, so far so good. Like, I actually like the coverage of this foundation. Here's nothing. Well, we have the foundation here from testing the colors, but here's nothing on my face, and then here's with the foundation. It kind of just blurs everything out like really nicely where it still like looks like my skin. And the back of the package says Hydroflex technology helps even skin tone and blur appearance of fine lines, wrinkles, and pores. There's hyaluronic acid, plant collagen, vitamin E, and niacinamide to hydrate, calm, and brighten. And they consider this a medium coverage skincare serum foundation. So there's lots of like good stuff in this foundation. I feel like I've been seeing a lot more brands come out with foundations like this where there's hyaluronic acid in them, niacinamide to help with scarring, and hyaluronic acid to help with like just hydration, so that when you put your foundation on, I know I feel a little bit better about putting a foundation that has some skincare in it. I think that over the years it just hasn't been perfected until recently, and I feel like most serum foundations were like really light coverage and would blend horribly, but this is doing really well. I actually really like this. Let's try to build the coverage a little bit in some areas. So I have a beauty blender. This is not wet at all. Usually I feel like if the beauty blender is wet, we're not going to be able to actually build the coverage, so let's just take a little bit right here. The coverage is definitely buildable. I think that because of how light this foundation is, if you were to try to build this foundation with a wet beauty blender, it just wouldn't do the trick. But I think a dry one definitely does. And I do want to mention, I do have a code with Tarte, which is really exciting. My code with Tarte is just my name, Julia, and you can save 15% on your purchase of this foundation or any other Tarte products on Tarte.com. This is not sponsored, just thought I'd share, and I hope, sometimes I feel bad if I don't share my code. You guys have the potential to save 15%, so I almost feel bad if I didn't, but then at the same time I'd be mad at myself because I do make a little bit of a commission off using my code, but that's not the case for all codes, but it's to help you guys too. All right, so here's the foundation fully on. I like it so far. I think that it's pretty good. It's not giving me like as much coverage like on my forehead, I think, as I would want, but I think that it's more than enough. And of course we still have like the rest of our makeup to put on. So I'm actually giving this a big thumbs up thus far, and I'm excited to see how this all comes together, and I hope that this lasts throughout the day because it's looking pretty good. So let me go ahead, finish the rest of my face makeup, and then I'm going to come back and show you the final look with everything complete, and then we're going to wear test it for the rest of the day. Alright you guys, here is the foundation with the face makeup complete. I may or may not do an eye makeup and lip and all that fun stuff later. Hello! Okay, I'm back, sorry. So this is the foundation with my face makeup complete. I may do an eye makeup look, a crazy one, or something like later on, but I wanted to show you the eye makeup because I actually have to leave my house. So this is what it looks like right after it's finished. I am really liking the way that it came out. It's very similar, like I said, to the Fenty, the Ilia foundation, basically a lot of the products that I've been using constantly in regards to foundation. So I'm very happy with it. I'm gonna throw this foundation thus far into that category, and we're gonna see how this lasts throughout the day. I have high hopes. I have high hopes. And I'm gonna take you along with me. All right, let's do it. Oh God, I'm nervous to see if this mask does anything. Because the last foundation Friday I filmed, it was so bad, so bad. I'm home. I'm making the cacio e pepe from Trader Joe's because I had to stop at Trader Joe's really quick. Literally didn't even have a second to film anything. And then in here, they had fried castrovellatano olives, I think that's how you say it. And I'm trying them for the first time. The last time I had those kind of olives, I was in Texas. Dallas, Texas, actually, I think. Heavily in love. Yeah. And they were so good. And I haven't had them since. So I'm wondering if these will live up to the hype. So we'll see. Okay, I had to turn the camera around because I couldn't see myself. I don't even know if you could see me. But here is the skin in natural lighting. This highlight, there's not even any, I didn't even put any highlight on. Whoa. It's looking actually really good so far. I had a mask on for like a few minutes, nothing too crazy. Yeah, the mask didn't really touch this that much. It is kind of like creasing a little bit. It almost looks like it's dry, but I did kind of powder a solid amount. But I think it looks good. So far, so good. It's been about 2-3 hours. It's looking good. Hello. I want to give you guys one last review thought in studio. I am going to keep this foundation on a little bit longer, but I'm actually headed to my mom's house and I'm not going to take my camera with me, so I'll get a good shot on the front camera. So looking at this up close, I'm starting to see it get kind of oily around my nose area, and it's really interesting that it did so because I think the last thought I gave you guys was that it looked like it was starting to get dry, but it actually looks like it's starting to get oily right around this area and kind of come off on my like finger a little bit. You can see that my glasses kind of took some off too, but it really does like not look bad at all. Like this, I wouldn't be like embarrassed like walking out of the house looking like this at all. I mean, I'm literally about to walk out of the house looking like this anyway, so I'm still like on the I'm on the good side of the fence right now on this foundation. I will update you guys later. I'm going to try to keep this on as long as I can and give you guys updates throughout the day. So let's go take a trip to my mom's. Okay, here is, I don't even know how many hours, but it got oily like here and on the sides of my nose. But overall, I actually think that it looks decent for being on for, I think it's 10:30 right now, for being on for almost 10 hours. And this is an easy fix with powder, but after a while, it definitely does get a lot more dewy, even with the powder on top. So I would say if you are more on the oily side, This may not be a good option for you. If you are more on the dry side, this may actually be a perfect option for you. For me, I think I would definitely use this again as someone who has more combination, like somewhere in the middle towards oily skin. I just would definitely have to carry a powder with me to touch up if I'm going to wear it for this long, but I'm really happy with it. It doesn't really look patchy. It looks the exact same way that I applied it when I applied it. It just came off like where I had my glasses on, and it feels oily. But like I said, I think it's an easy fix with just some powder. So Tarte foundation, this one's a good one for me. And let me know if you try it out, what you think. Leave your thoughts in the comments below.
Not looking back, eyes on the freeway, Bonnie and Clyde, a classic cliche.